Hello and welcome to Something for the Weekend with me, Fiona Scott.
Me, Kathie Griffiths.
And me, Ellis Butcher.
So coming up in today's packed edition, Kathie has a wee blether with volunteer Oban Lifeboat member Leonie Mead as the crew gets all shipshape ready for a surge of visitors heading to our coasts as lockdown restrictions ease. We'll also be hearing the skirl of the pipes with Inveraray and District Pipe Band Pipe Major Stuart Liddell, who's getting us in the mood for a very special event happening this weekend. So there we go. Did everyone have a nice Easter?
Yes, I've still got 45 eggs left, so I'm a bit concerned. And I'm even more concerned that none of them are chocolate. They're all fresh eggs. Well, they were fresh when I got them. I don't know. I think I just got a bit excited about 30 eggs for £3 and got greedy and ordered 2 trays.
You're going to be eating a lot of omelette this weekend, Kathie.
Omelette, have a little souffle. What else? Scrambled egg. Yeah, I'm going to be a bit egged out, but they are delicious. So, yeah, so I should be very lucky that I have them. Even luckier had they been coated with chocolate. But there we go. Can't complain, Fee. Can't complain.
I've still got my chocolate one. We ate all the sweeties that come along with them, but we kept the eggs. That's this weekend. That's Saturday's Grand National and Easter egg.
Grand National.
It is.
Usually we have a little bit of a sort of dalliance with the old sort of bets, don't we? If we were in the office, we'd all be doing a bit of a, what do you call it, when you all...
A sweep. We'd be doing a sweep, yeah.
Sweep for one. It'll be for me. How many horses are running?
Oh gosh, can't remember, Kathie.
It's usually about 40, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, they cut it down a few years ago, but I think it's still about around the 40.
Because it was held virtually last year. So what they've done...
That was odd.
I didn't see it. What? How did they do it then? Was it...
I did. Well, they run virtual horse racing all the year round. If you're ever in a bookies, you can bet on virtual horse racing all the time, and they're quite good. But it is animated. They're not real horses, but quite clever the way they do it. Yeah, and you just bet on it the same way as you would a normal horse race.
Fee, are you going to be sitting there with Malcolm and your leftover chocolate Easter eggs, and will you both be wearing hats? That's what I want to know.
Why are we going to be wearing hats?
That you wear hats if you go to the races. I thought everyone wore a hat. A little fascinator.
Just if you're in the posh enclosure, Kathie.
You couldn't get much posher from where you live in your gated community. Dear.
No, I did go to the Scottish Grand National once, and I did wear a fascinator, and I did dress up.
Fascinator? Is that a fascinator?
Yeah. You know what a fascinator is, Ellis, don't
I've
you?
never heard of that before.
What's he like? You tell him, Fee.
A fancy hair clip, Ellis. You can get them. They're like, you can get feathers and bows, and you just clip them into your hair rather than wearing a hat.
We should have explained to our listeners that the good Stephen Day is not joining us this week, but in the background and keeping firmly in the background is Martin. But I do want Martin just to break his silence and confirm whether or not, as a bloke, he's ever heard of the word fascinator and what it represents. Just a yes or no.
I have, actually.
Oh, it's just me that's stupid. Fascinator. I'm fascinated.
There you go.
Well, thank you, Martin. Thanks for backing me up, mate. Appreciate that.
And I do apologise for not mentioning that Martin was there this morning.
Oh, he was feeling all left out. No, he was lulled into a false sense of security, thinking we weren't going to make him talk. You should have known better, Martin. Should have known better.
I should have.
So,
Next.
Kathie, what have you got for us this week?
I've been having a chat with Leonie Mead, who is a volunteer crew member of Oban Lifeboat. So, we had a chat just about what's happening there. Obviously, restrictions are going to ease, and we are expecting a surge of visitors heading to our coast. So that's something that the lifeboats, on their guard about, because they want everyone to be sensible and stay safe. So, listening to our chat. Hi, Leonie, you're on dry land, are you, while you're talking to us?
Hi, Kathie. Yes, I am today, thankfully.
Just tell us a little bit about what you do at the RNLI.
Yeah, so I'm a volunteer lifeboat crew member. So I'm one of our 22 volunteers who go to see when our pages go off. And I'm also the press officer as well, so I deal with all the press and social media.
So you're a busy lady by the sounds of things.
We are busy station as well, yeah.
Can you tell us what the last call out was that you went on, Leonie?
Our last call out was I think it was last week actually. It was a possible Mayday call. So Mayday is the highest level of distress that you can put out at sea, so fairly urgent. And the Coast Guard had heard that over the radio, so we launched to try and investigate that. Thankfully, it was a false alarm with good intent and nobody was in danger. So a bit of searching to see if we could spot anything, but everybody was fine.
How's it been this last year with COVID? I know people were being told to stay at home and, not go out and do all these things. But of course, we're starting to open up again. So I suppose you've been fairly quiet, but you must be bracing yourself for what's coming next.
Yes, so it has been quiet. I think certainly here at least everybody has been great. We've seen everybody, the majority of people sticking to the guidelines. They've not been taken to sea unless they need to and that kind of thing. Obviously people will always get into trouble and we're here for them when they do. But yeah, we have seen a significant reduce in call outs through the lockdowns. I think going forward, I think we're all eager to get out, aren't we really? Yeah, I think while international travel and just general restrictions are still in place, I think we're all predicting that our coasts are going to be quite busy this year. So yeah, we do expect to see a bit of an increase in people coming to the coast, probably with that an increase in call outs for us as well.
So is there any advice that you're giving people who might be going out on the water? There's so many different types of water sports going on, but what's the main message?
Yeah, totally. I mean, we have a range of different activities here, so it's hard to cover everything. I think what we're really saying is we are here, we will continue launching, we always have done, we always will. But we're just asking for the public, I suppose, to do what they can to keep themselves safe. So things like check the weather and the tides. Even if you're just going for a walk by the coast, you can still get cut off by the tide. Similarly, if you're actually going out on the water, conditions can change quickly. If you think you've seen someone in difficulty or you find yourself in difficulty, call 999 and ask for the Coast Guard. And yeah, if you're going out on the water, always take a means of calling for help. Mobile phone in a waterproof case, that kind of thing, VHF radio if you can, any way that you can call for help if you need it.
And of course, while COVID's been with us, that must have hit you pretty hard on the fundraising side of things.
Yeah, definitely. The RNLI as a whole, as a charity, we rely on public donations and that kind of thing. So a big part of what we do is fundraising, and usually that is face to face. So we will have things like open days and that kind of thing going on. And obviously over the last year, that's all had to be cancelled. So yeah, so a big hit there, really.
So if people wanted to make a donation or to help in any way, what's the best way of them doing that?
Yeah, absolutely. We're more than happy. Donations can be made for anyone wanting to support Oban Lifeboat. They can be made direct to our station, and we can sort that direct if they want to get in touch with the station. In terms of the RNLI as a whole, you can log on to rnli.org and donate that way to the wider RNLI. The RNLI's Mayday campaign is coming up. So this is their May fundraising efforts. What they're pushing this year is they're asking people to fundraise through what they're calling a Mayday mile. So walk, run, carry out a mile with any activity safely, obviously, and within government restrictions as you can, and raise some money for the RNLI. So yeah, that's Mayday Mile. It's live already, and until the end of May, I think you can do a sponsored mile.
Excellent. So if they go to your website, they'll be able to find to read all about that.
Yeah, so rnli.org. Lots of safety advice there, and lots of information on the Mayday Mile as well. We're also hoping locally we'll be running some events ourselves. Our popular pop-up shop should be back soon through May, we hope. We're just waiting to confirm things in terms of the government guidelines and restrictions for that time, but we'll have more information on that soon.
Excellent. We'll watch that space. Well, that's great, Leonie. Thanks very much for joining us. And yes, stay safe out there, especially when you're on your next call out, on your next mission. Thank you for being
Kathie,
there.
lovely to speak to you.
You too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well done, Leonie, and well done all those wonderful people who give up their time to keep us safe out at sea. They do a sterling job. So, yeah, let's hope, now that restrictions are easing, we can help sort of boost their funds, and let's hope people get the message to, if you're going to come onto the coast and go out on the water, just please take care, because we don't want to put other people at risk having to come and save us. Oh, there we go.
Don't try to swim to Mull on your lilo, on your crocodile lilo.
Wouldn't dream of it. Not over to Mull. Not over to Mull. Yeah, especially if there might be a fish with a spiky fin that might come and puncture it. Oh, getting carried away now. Talking of being carried away, have you got some music for us, Fee?
I have indeed, Kathie. So this week we've got Piping Royalty.
Woo! Feel as though I should curtsy.
Piping Royalty. This is a slow air hornpipe and jig set from Stuart Liddell, who's founder and pipe major of the world acclaimed Inveraray and District Pipe Band. Now, Stuart recorded this set for the National Piping Centre's celebration of the life and works of legendary piper Duncan Johnson, which premieres tomorrow night on the centre's website. The tunes are Island Lullaby, Stornoway Hornpipe and The Canister, and they were all composed by Donald MacLeod. Let's have a listen. So, wow, there we go. Do we all feel nice and Scottish now? Are we all in the...
Absolutely.
Well done, Pike Major Stuart Liddell.
It's absolutely fantastic. And I know Martin's not speaking today, but when he first heard that bit of music, he said it made him feel like grabbing his claymores.
Blimey.
There's a scary thought. Yes, if anybody wants to tune into that concert, it's available to watch for 1 week. It's on and it premieres on Saturday night, and then it's available to watch back for 1 week at www.thepipingcentre.co.uk. Get onto that and grab your claymores, everybody.
Grab your claymores. Right, that brings us very neatly around to the favourite part of the show for everyone, I'm sure. Scottish word of the week.
Scottish word of the week.
I did some jingles for. I'm going to get this in while Stevie's off, right? Because Stevie's off, everyone, and Stevie usually controls everything. And I sent Stevie some trial jingles for Scottish word of the week, but I don't think he liked any of them. One of them was doing it in like a Midwestern, well, not even Midwestern, a deep South cowboy American accent, but he didn't like it.
I wonder why.
And the connection is?
It's a Scottish word of the week, man. Yeah. Anyway, moving swiftly on. Have you ever met anyone and then you've struggled to remember what the name is?
Oh, yes.
All the time.
Did you know that there's a word for that in the Scots language?
No.
There's apparently a word. So if you meet someone and you're struggling to remember what their name is, and there's that pause, isn't there, where you're a bit of a goldfish, you can excuse your rudeness by saying, sorry for my tartle.
Oh, I like it. Tartle.
Sorry for my tartle. That's when you forget the person's name entirely. But you only use that word. It only exists to encapsulate the brief awkwardness that you feel as you rummage around your brain for the answer. So next time you meet someone, you can't remember the name. In that gap, you've got to say, sorry for my tartle. There you go.
Do you know what? I think that's the best one. I think that is the best word of the week we've ever had.
It just gets better every week, though, doesn't it? Let's be honest.
No.
I worry about Ellis's words. I have to,
Verify.
Look at myself, because I've lived in Scotland all my life, and I've never heard any of the words.
I am just making them up. You do realise that.
I was going to say.
There's no factual basis for any of the words that I ever mentioned. Yes, sorry for my tartle.
Right. And on that, I think that's definitely all we've got time for this week. Don't forget, you can read our stories online at www.obantimes.co.uk and subscribe to our page turn in digital edition there as well as finding more podcasts like this one and all kinds of other wonderful photos, videos and stories. We would love to hear what you think of our podcasts, so don't forget to email us at somethingfortheweekend@obantimes.co.uk or message us through our Instagram or Facebook. So for this week, it's goodbye from me, Fiona Scott.
Goodbye from me, Kathie Griffiths.
And goodbye from me, Ellis Butcher.
Bye, folks.
Bye.